Hey tubes, Jonathan's wrong here. Truth and budget. So hi. It's been a while. I'm holding the phone sideways, so like I don't know where to look. It feels awkward looking there. I'm used to looking up there. Derp. So yeah, I haven't made a video in like for ebbs. For ever. Been like either real busy or not. If that makes sense. Hope you could hear me over that thing over there churning away. It's a air dryer or something. I don't know. I think my buddy turned it on while I was away. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it on. But anyway, so yeah, I've noticed science should be quotations about that because they very rarely use real science, is really making a push. There's a lot of like science-y shows on, like, still, explaining really basic physics, like really basic physics, like we're children, and then explaining like the really ridiculous far out crap in the same exact manner. I don't know. It's dumb. It's all very dumb. It's interesting too because you can talk to people, and yeah, I'm a little sunburned. So the bandana stopped. I didn't notice until I got back and looked in the mirror. Anyway, like, you'll notice if you try to talk to people, they'll be like, oh yeah, the government lies, there's no such thing as elections, everything's bullcrap, blah 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 blah. But that's where it ends, like they still hold fast to science. Try to talk to someone about dinosaurs, and I was talking to this dude, and he's like I've seen them, and it's like, you've seen models, you haven't seen anything. It says it's if you looked hard enough, it would say right there that these aren't real dinosaur bones, these are replicas. And if you're any sort of biologist, you look at it and be like, all right, well, that thing's not going to be able to move. But then again, and try to debate evolution too. No way. People will just be like, oh, derpa derpa derp. It's like something dumb or nothing at all. And it just doesn't hold up, other than the fact that there's zero missing links now. Zero missing links within recorded history. And we've never found a missing link during all the archaeology. So there's that. Other than the fact that our cells are far too complex to happen randomly. Never gonna happen. If one part of the cell doesn't intake one type of protein correctly, that child won't live. So are you telling me, like, with so many chances of stuff going wrong, things accidentally, came this way? Like, are you kidding me? Like, no way. Never gonna happen. Never ever. Like, it just doesn't add up. Our systems and structures are far too complex. It's never gonna happen randomly. And during those random generations, if something went wrong, they'd all be stillborn. Like that'd be the end of that. Or what? You're gonna hatch six, have like six babies or whatever. Then like each one of them is gonna be different. Other than fact, we've never found a missing link. But yeah, it's all very stupid. But yeah, people will be like, yeah, everything's crap, everyone lies. My buddy, like my real buddy, generally the one when I say my buddy, the one I'm referring to, not currently. I don't like using people's names on here. I would assume they would not want to be affiliated with me. But anyways, he'll be like, yeah, NASA's full of crap, and they're definitely faking stuff, but space is real and the world's round and spinning, but there's no evidence of it. And there's natural evidence everywhere of it being flat. Naturally occurring things and natural phenomena, such as massive salt flats, such as the one in I forget where it is in South America that when it rains it glazes over and turns into a giant mirror. Derp. And anyway, science is dumb. Religion, that's trying to make a big comeback in a really watered down, like we are the world type of BS, lame, no substance, end times religion of the beast, I guess, the oneness of all crap religions in one. No room for Jesus, obviously. He wants no party to that. Jesus will not be represented within these. People say, "Oh, the Pope. The Pope doesn't represent Jesus." Are you kidding? Listen to the guy. You've heard me say it a billion times. He said, he called what Christ did on the cross a failure. That's like one of the most blasphemous things you can say. Period. I don't know what else to say about that. Other than the fact that they sing hymns to Lucifer in St. Peter's Cathedral. Anyway, so big push for that, but you still can't talk about Jesus. I mean, I don't know. It's all getting very strange socio-politically. I don't know. I haven't been on the tubes enough. Not consistently. Not really watching enough stuff. I've just seen trends and like what I've been surrounded by, basically. Out in the field, I guess. Out amongst the the compliant masses. Can't call them the enemy. I mean, they will be when they vote for us to be thrown in camps, because like they don't want to deal with it. But anyway, but yeah, as far as I'm doing, things are fine. Rolling the punches, trying to accumulate money so I can find a place to live, and trying to get a consistent source of money to keep said place to live. I miss Skittles desperately. I'm gonna go back to the folks' house and do some laundry, and eat some food and see my cat. Might say hi to the folks too. Sounds terrible. Whatever. They threw me out of the street. Anyway, but yeah, really want to try to put up a psalm later. This is the only spot I found with decent light. I say decent. It's never good. Like, especially because of, I don't know if you noticed this massive brow ridge that I've been endowed with. It's very solid. I had a tooth removed, and the dentist said that the bones in my face are 3 times thicker than a regular human being. You've probably heard me brag about that before. I am proud of that. I don't mind looking like a Cro-Mag. But yeah, you see this? See this thing? So that's why when I'm lit like this, all you see is my big schnoz and brow. You don't even really see my forehead. It's all schnoz and brow. Anyway, I don't know. It's hard to like. I'm the type of guy that like if I'm in front of a mirror, there's a good chance I'm making a silly face just like to make myself laugh. I don't really spend a lot of time in front of mirrors. I don't really care most of the time. I mean, like maybe if I just ate, or just want to make sure I don't have any schmutz on my face. I mean, at the same time, I blow my nose pretty hard, and I've walked around with a booger on my chest, right here, that I didn't see, and no one told me, and I like walked around with it for hours. I felt so embarrassed. Someone should have told me. People are weird. They don't want to like embarrass you by telling you, but having you walk around all day with like half a chicken wing on your face is cool. You know. I used to tell people that, all the time, even like, when I was working behind a counter or something, a customer would come up and they'd have some, something, in their hair or some schmutz on their face. I would tell them, and they'd thank you, especially a woman. They'd be like, oh my gosh, thank you. And then it's funny. I wasn't raised Catholic. I only learned about it through friends, through like people going to CCD and being blatantly lied to, and going to mass when my Aunt Jeannie died. Very rarely have I done any Catholic stuff, so I didn't know about the whole super pagan Ash Wednesday thing. That's so super pagan. And I remember a woman came in, and I was like, oh, honey, you have some. I thought she was maybe, like a cigarette ash or something, like she got it on her pants and then wiped it away and then scratched her forehead. It could happen. I get ash on my nose all the time, from, but yeah. And she was like, oh no, it's Ash Wednesday. And I was like, what? And she like looked at me like I was a crazy person. She's like, oh, it's a Catholic thing, I wasn't born in. Well, I was mostly raised in the Northeast for after I was 10 or 12, but as far as prior to that, I was born in the Wild West, Washington State, which is not the Wild West anymore. It's liberal ass gay town. So everything else out west, they ruined the West Coast. They ruined it. I don't know. All right, we're getting into rambling territory. I don't remember what I was talking about. Something about I like to make faces in the mirror. Oh, I don't know if I got to the point or not, but it's hard to like sit here and look at yourself and not be like self-critical, I guess. I don't know. I had to get through 3 or 4 stories to get to that dumb point. I said dumb point. I don't know if you heard me over this thing. It's very loud. Anyway, I love you guys. I can't tell if I'm looking at it. It's distracting seeing the movement over here. My eyes follow movement. It's hard to like. It's easy when it's up here for some reason. I don't know. It's difficult looking to my left like this. It's not comfortable. Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna try to sneak up a psalm later when everyone is asleep and dreaming. I've tomorrow off. I'm pretty wiped, but I'll find some time. I need to. I haven't been. Not that I've been bad. I drank the other night, but I didn't like do anything ridiculous. Same old. I feel like I'm not thinking about God enough and doing enough for God, or Jesus or the cause or anything. I feel like I've just been kind of like looking out for myself. I feel bad about that. Feel wrong. Wish I was in a comfortable place where I could just even go like work all day or like do whatever and still come back to my own little place and be able to like make a video in a comfortable, well-lit space. But yeah, wow. I didn't want this to get up to 15 minutes. Anyway, love you guys. Miss you guys. I might be laying around my folks' house. I'll try to watch some tubes and get see what's going on in the world and see if I have any comments on any of it. As of now, things are effed, and find Jesus, and if you do, armor up. That's about it for that. As far as specifics go, there's a lot of terrorist attacks going on, I guess. I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Have a beautiful night, and God bless.